Hello, my name is Frederick Damasus. This is a walkthrough on my animal shelter app and solution for the Power Up Challenge and the final app challenge. So let's dive right in. Okay, so I'll go straight into the Power Apps environment. I go straight to my solutions, and you can see my animal shelter solution here. And then this solution contains all the resources. You can see about 14 resources, although there are some duplicates here. But look at the tables. So I have the animal table, the foster family table, as well as the shelter location table. If we go through, if I look at the shelter um, location table, we can see the data that was imported into this table. So you can see the shelter capacity, location, manager name, shelter ID, shelter name, and then the shelter types. If I go to the foster family, you can see the foster ID, claimer name, location, join date, local shelter, and then finally the animal table. You can see the microchip ID, which is the primary, the animal name, date of birth, the foster claimer name, and the like. So these are the data that were imported into these tables. So we'll go straight into the apps. So if I come here, we have two apps, the Canvas apps and the model driven apps. So but we'll start with the model driven app. So I'll play this. So back to the model driven app. So we have the animal, active animals view by default. So we have the foster family, just like I explained by showing the table. So you can see the active shelters that we have here. We can go into the shelters. So you can see the shelter name, so the shelter form. Then we'll have a subgrid here that shows all the animal in a shelter for just for easy access. Then we have foster information, so the foster ID, and so then add location, join date, and all that. We have that here. So if I go to the foster family, so we can see all the foster IDs, location, local shelter, join date. So if I click on any of these, I can see the claimer name, foster location, join date, and all that. I can also see animals that belong to this particular foster family and can see all the status as well in this subgrid. Then finally, the animal table, which is like our main table. So you can see the microchip ID, and so you can see the animal name. So you can sort by the name. So if I sort A to Z, Z to A, you can also sort by the type of the animal and shelter status, as well as the animal shelter that we have here. And I can go to different views. So I have the view for adopted animals. You can see all the adopted animal information. So those with shelter status as adopted. Then we can see available animals. So this would be animals that are either ready for foster or in a shelter. So then you can see animals that have been claimed for foster. Right there, we have three of them. And then finally back to the active animal view. So you can go into any of these animals and maybe update information. Right now, this animal has been claimed for foster. You can see date of birth, shelter. We can see the foster details, the shelter, and the foster claimer, and you can see the name of the foster claimer, Faith Frederick, and all those details are included here. Then you can see adoption details if that is been adopted, if this animal has been adopted. So go back to general. Then you can add new animals. So we have right now I have a model business process flow to guide users in completing these details. So if I'm adding the animal information starting from this, I can add a name, type, sex, and all that. Update this, update the shelter status, date of arrival, vet details. So if there is a if this the rule here is if there is no next vet dates, this can be available for foster. So we can now update the foster information. So I'll just go right into the Canvas app to show you how that works. So right now, this is the Canvas app, the animal manager. So we can see all the animals that are available in this shelter. And you can see the number of animals. There are 9 animals available and 2 animals are ready for foster. So you can filter by the shelter name. So if I click on companion creature, I can see that Bubbles is available, is in shelter. If I come to Happy Tales Heaven, I can see Dexter up in shelter. I can see Sadie here, Meetings are Winston, and finally we have 4 animals available and 1 ready for foster. So I'll just clear this and then I'll look at the animals that are ready for foster so that we can claim this for foster. So I click on Winston, so it takes me to the form. So it brings in the details of Winston, so you can see the age, you see there are no medical conditions. So I'll put a name. So I will say Carl Edwards. I can see, and then join date here. So this, I would submit this, and the flow. We have a Power Automate flow that is working, and for this, and we'll check that shortly. Once I submit this, I get a success notification, and you can see now we now have only 2 animals ready for foster. This has been updated, and the animals have that are available are now 8. So I'll go to my email. I should have received that email. So I'll just refresh right away. Yes, so you can see an email has come in. See, hello, Kyle Edwards. Please be informed your animal is ready for fostering. Name wasting, pickup date Tuesday, 4th March 2025. Please arrange a pickup time for the animal. Best regards, Sport and Heart team. That flow is working. I can briefly show what the flow looks like. So if I go back to my solution and go to my cloud flows, so this is the flow right here, and we can see all the runs. So this is the last one 1 minute ago. So if I click on edits now just to see details of the flow. So when a row is modified, the animal table, so it gets row by ID, the animal table, then we have a condition. So if the shelter status is equals to, or claim for foster, sorry, and we have a compose. So if yes, we compose the pickup date to be 5 days ahead if the image is not null. So if yes, we get the animal photo, send an email. But if no, we send another version of the email without the photo included. So that's how this flow works. So I think I will now head over to the Power BI report. Publish this Power BI to my workspace. Right now I have a landing page that takes me to available animals, filters, and a shelter review. So available animals, if I click on it, is pretty much what we had on the Canvas app. So you can see number of animals that are waiting, that are available, numbers that are ready to foster, ready for foster, and you can see the different animals and conditions. So this is connected to the model driven app. So if I click on this, it takes me directly to the model driven app to this animal, so you can see the animal blaze here. So that's what that does. Then if I go to, so I have a filter here that filters by date. So let me uncheck this so we can have all. So if I come to the shelter review, now we can see the total animals rescued, total animals fostered. We can see the view by total animals rescued by shelter name. So if you select any of this, it will order for hooves having, it will show you total animals rescued, total animals fostered here. Same thing for this shelter name. You can also see like a trend line. You can see the year-on-year increase as well by total animals rescued. If I look at, I want to see the last time. I can use this filter now. So if I want to see the last, the number of animals fostered in a particular month or given period, say for in last month, I can see February. I've filtered this. If I go to my shelter review now, show me this is total the number of animals rescued in that month, and the total number of animals fostered in that month. Can continue to filter. Say I want to select like 3 months in the last 3 months in 2024. Sorry, the last 2 months, 2024, and see total animals rescued and total animals fostered. And most fostered animal is rabbit, most rescued animal is rabbit as well. Then I can clear all these filters, and then we can see all the details we have here. Can drill down to this. So if I want to, now gives me a drill through view. Yeah, drill through. So right now I can see total animals rescued, average days to foster. That's it. Thank you.